and share. Okay. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Pin that, put that there. So I've got 2 accounts open. Come over here and look at HourGlass. Oh, look at that. Great big candle up on the open, but can you see how it's wicked off? Got hidden there, but it's right back there. This is the 5-minute chart. We've got the off that line at the top at 418. We've got our moving average. Let's go and see what it says on HourGlass. It gave us a call, but you can see our Bollinger Bands here. You can see that big wick off. It doesn't like it. It's probed up, but there's no buyers up there. So 5 past, I'm going to look for a sell. Let's come down to it on here. 3 minutes non-fixed time. I'm not saying I'm going to take a sell. That's just what I'm thinking about. There's that wick that you saw at the 419. So let's see what it does. Yeah, big wick there. Let me look on the 1 minute. Now you can see that 3 minutes past. It's just volatile. Obviously, you've got that big push up. Let me look on this new little account that I've opened, HourGlass. Oh, it's only 50% on here, so there's no way we're going to touch that. But if we look at UJ, we could look at UJ on here. We'll swap to that, but for the others we won't. So that's going to stay here. 375. It's off these mid lines. It's been quite big moves, which accounts for the higher payout. There's no red flag news apart from Canadian dollar. And on my FinViz, I've got Australian dollar weaker than the US dollar, then Japanese yen. But you might be using currency heat map. Let's go back to the 5 minutes, 4 minutes past. It's in quite a narrow channel. Green candle there, that's at 384. We've got a put. I need to see if the DXY is a call, which would be in line with that. So it was a put at 377. We've got Australian dollar 44 to US dollar 41 on there. 377, 378 on the broker. What I'm going to do is a test trade so that we find our feet. 5 minutes past candle. Just helps you balance yourself. It's a bit lower down than perhaps we would have liked, but that is the a minute late in. I could have got 384. Well, I don't know. 381 I could have got, and it is up at 381. I'm going to roll over. So we're just going to see what this Australian dollar is going to be doing compared to the US dollar. So that's only $2 at the moment. It did give us a put. If you just take the arrows, the puts and the calls, you should, according to Matty Pips, win 60%. We're aiming for 70% consistency on our win rate. Let's have a look here. Got that green candle open there. line there. You can see it's used it as resistance there, support there. We simply have to obey what we see. Resistance, support, 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 breakthrough, resistance, support, resistance, breakthrough, support, etc. That's what price does. So that was a very good line. It's now at, and you have to look at the broker price. What matters, you will win or lose your trades on the broker. It's the broker price that matters. 368 there, and HourGlass 360. So a difference of 8. So you split the difference. So if we were getting in at this point, then we'd say it must be above another 4 points. So it must be 364 or above on here if we'd got in at that point. So we are winning that now, which is good. Rather wishing I'd put more on, but never mind. Just at least it's going the right way. A win's a win in anyone's book. So let's see where we think it's going to go down to. So we do our analysis. So I'll clone that. And there's a line there, which is at 354. And that's quite a good line, isn't it? Because you can see all it matches up with that support. It's wicked through quite a lot there and there. But look at that, how it held it as support there a lot. And it used that line a lot as resistance. So I'm saying to myself that this price will go down to at least 354. And as we know, it's a 1 second tick chart. We just need it. 354 is right down here. So we just need it 1 tick below our entry line to win. So it gives us an ID number for the trade. It gives us the pair we're trading, the strike price. This expiry price means where price currently is. So it's at 377. We got in at 378. That's all we need to win. You can see it still says that the payout is positive for us. The order size increased 30% because I rolled over. And my expiry time is at 10:57. I've got about 1 minute 30. It's just retraced. This is a 5-minute candle that we are trading. So you expect them to retrace a bit. You can see that it's very wicky. It's come back up to 370 here. And on the 1 minute. So we might be okay. It does say so it's just creeping up, and I'm going to have a new candle at 10 past. So I'm going to have a new candle at 10 past. Got 57 seconds into the new candle for that new candle to do the drop that we want. That's the way you need to think of this in 5-minute chunks. So I just need it to, it's retraced a bit, but it's not done a big rally back up. And we've got about 30 seconds left in this trade. So at this point, I'm thinking I'm rather pleased that I only put that on. And there was a better entry there at the 381. But I was talking and you know, it's not always easy to flip back and forth. I'm not trying to make excuses, but when you're trading on your own, it's a little bit better. You can see it's just, that is a perfect line of support and resistance because price keeps touching it. So we've done the correct analysis. 48, 57, 10 seconds, 5 seconds left in the trade. It'll stop at that red dot and it'll come up with a green box to tell us. So we did win that trade. No, we didn't. We got break even. 1.30, it gave us our money back. So we didn't win the $2.22, but we didn't lose it. It counts as a win. It comes up as a green box. So that's a test trade. It's kind of gets you, it's a bit like warming up before you start your race on the track. I'm going to come over to UJ, I think. Shall I stick with this? Shall I stick with this? Let's have a look on HourGlass. Let me look on the 15 minutes. Got the 15-minute candle coming up. You can see this is very what we call wicky, which means there's no money in here. the movements are not here. There's no money in the market. That is very wicky. So we don't tend to like to trade when it's like that, because price can be very wobbly the way it goes up and down. So I'll just have one more look at this. So price, as you can see, is wicked right back up to the 418 on the 15 minutes. On the sorry, that was the open. Come back to here. So it's back up at our brown midline at 378. So on the 15 minutes, I could move that down there. You see it's still a beautiful line of support and resistance. That is the midline. You can see it's forming lower highs. So if it's at 379, 378, 379, we could take another 379. So let's put a line on so I can show you more clearly on here. 379 is there. I'll do party pink, like a red line. I don't want it to go above there. And then that midline is 367. Let me clone that there. Okay, so round about there. These lines are zones. So you know, you have to allow yourself a bit of wiggle room, but I've lined it up with that wick. It's lined up with the tops there, so you could draw another line there where that bar is. So you could bring one line across here and say, okay, I could have a line at 371, and then we can go up the time frames and draw more lines of support and resistance. They're stronger, higher up time frames. So now we've got the Australian dollar weaker than the US dollar. We've got our moving average above. You can see the Bollinger Bands are narrowing, but they are pointing down slightly. We've got a lower high, a lower low there, and a lower high, which means like the staircase, coming down the staircase. Got 1 minute and 3 seconds. It's right down the bottom here. We had a sell there. We are on the 15-minute candle. I'm on the 1 minute here. So that blue moving average is at 373. On the 1 minute, 373. 379. So I'll just move it to 373 where it is on the 1 minute. And you see it still matches up with, look at that, beautifully over there. So a nice level. So what we can do as well is look to see where our DXY is, the dollar basket index. Now that is a put. So that means the Australian dollar is going to be going up. So we don't want to take the Australian dollar for a put unless this turns on the 15-minute for a call. And you can see it's given a put. So I'm not going to take, it's flashing on and off. I'm not going to take Australian dollar for a put while this is blue, and it does while it's a put. Sorry, it's flashing blue, but it's saying a put. So it's a bit of a struggle. It's on the struggle bus at the moment. So let's just go back down and see what it was called on AU. It was a call. So we don't want to be doing that. So what we're going to do is wait to the half hour to see if we get, you see it's just off that, hasn't quite made the Bollinger Band down there, but we're on the 15 minutes. So for the 15 to 20 minutes, hopefully up to 25 or so, we'll get, so let's see, on the open, it went up. It's come down, but we had a wick. That blue is open slightly above where the red cell closed. So what I'd like to see it do is come up to one of these lines by the half hour, which will be over here, and then take it for a put in line with the currency strength meter, because things turn on the half hour. So we're going to go off this at the moment. The rest of the payouts are not good. There's 66 is the highest on GJ, so I think we should pop across to our pocket option for UJ. So that's the only one worth trading on here at 70%. We most certainly do not trade these. They're all at 50%. If you lost a trade at 50%, then you've got to get the next trade to get yourself back at break even. And then you've got to win 3 trades, haven't you? Because you've lost the 100%. It's only paid out 50, but you've lost the 100% of what you put on it. So one trade makes up 50, the next trade's break even, and then the next one 150%. You're back to a profit. You've got to work so much harder. That's why it's best just not to bother. So the only one we're going to look at is UJ. I've got this little short. Oh, I thought when you did that, yeah. So there's UJ. I'm on 3 minutes now. Pocket option only gives you fixed time. I've got $1 on there. So we're 1 and 0 because we count break evens as wins. So here we are at the moment. Now we don't say out loud on these live sessions because our members pay for this service. So the settings and everything we go into in our private Zooms. So these are like pivots, higher and lower. So lower highs, it's just telling you what's higher and lower. And then this indicator works the opposite. So you have to kind of get your head around it. So there's the green going up there, indicating big push up there. And I've got the US dollar weaker than the Japanese yen. That's just JPY is very, very strong. It's the strongest currency. So in my head, I've got 1 day relative performance, but I only want to be selling the US dollar personally. So yeah, and you can see that's why we didn't want to take that until the look at it at the half hour. So I'm going to remind myself by putting a line there. And we're going to come over to UJ. Oh, massive, humongous sell-off of dollar at the open. Wow. So it's now come back to 50% of that candle, and I would expect it to drop from that. That's just something, let me measure it. That candle is body to body is 6.3, 7.3, so that's 70 million in a minute. It sold 10 million a pip, 60 million. So if I do 6.3, 3.1, that's the halfway there. 7.3, 3.5, 6, 7, 3.5. So round about there is our 50%. Just coming up to touch. In fact, oh, look at that. So sheesh, I'm on the 1 minute here. So to me, I want to sell this from everything I've just said. Let's have a look on the 15-minute time frame. So that did clear that out down to there. Let me go to the hour, just have a look at that, if you don't mind. So it did this very, very big move, 25, 50, 75, that's 750 million, 20 to 25 pips per section between the quarter points, these orange dotted lines. Let me just move that along to the half hour. Oh, I can't do that. I'm on an hourly at the moment. So you can see it does not like this level, 109,500. I'm on UJ 109,500, which is one of our lovely quarter theory points. Come down to the 15-minute, see how it relates to it. So I definitely want to be selling this. Put that on the half hour. which is that one. Come down to the 5 minute. Right, so I want to sell this. There's the 500. That line of support and resistance is 489, which is that green one there off the white candle close channel. I know I've got the blue moving average beneath, that's all, on the 5 minute, but on the 1 minute, it's absolute beauty. That is a little beauty. 22 minutes past. $479, $489, $481, $489 there, which was at 21 minutes past. Now I'm new to trading on this pocket option, so I don't want to lose trades. I've just got $5. Well, I don't want to lose any trades. So I'm just wondering whether I'm going to play safe. See how it's running straight along there. Play safe, and and I like it set on the 3 minute. I don't know why it's changing. That's what Les does, so I just always follow what Les does. So it's just sidling along a bit at the moment at 480. And I'm just wondering whether I want to wait for the half hour before taking this. Yes, it's just staying along that level. So what did we have? Let's read the story. At the moment, we've got our divergence indicator right at the top. It says P for put. It does want to pop down, 25 minutes past, but we're so near to the half hour. There is a nice little sell there. Yeah, that did work, down to 458. So let's hope we could get a sell to 458, that it pops back up. But what we've got, sell, so it's up to the half hour, and then a drop on something like UJ. So these are what I call pullbacks. There's a little blue open, so thank goodness we didn't take that. Patience pays, remember? So that's when I want to wait for the half hour. Big sell candle, up to the 30 minute, and then a drop down, because it didn't like this level, if you remember. So it's just playing around this level at the moment. So this is the one I want to take at 70%, this little doji candle off there. So let's, so it wicked off that candle close, came above the midline, it's back up at the top at 488. I just expand it out for you. And note down here, that's a little bit way back, it does say hidden bear, meaning directional trend is down. So there it is at the 485. It's just wicked off that. 485, 485. Back to HourGlass. That's coming up. You see how nicely that's coming up here for the half hour for the put. So you want to be don't take trades after the 45 minutes, and take your trades on the hourly and the half hourly, and possibly at the 15 minute. That's all you need to do. And do that once, twice, or 3 times a day maximum, and work your percentage growth out. Even if you've got a very small account, it doesn't matter, it soon compounds. And that's the way to do this and to win at this. DXY is a put. That's good for us. UJ at the moment is a call. US dollar 36 to Japanese yen 31. 25 minutes past. Can you get off? There's that moving average, which we don't usually like trading when they run right through the middle of 457. I know Taylor Marks doesn't like that, because price is a bit like sticking plaster. It wants to stick along these moving averages. There's that line at 472 for, what did I say, about 480, which is that top of that candle there. So I'll just pop on a couple of lines to show you, because I'm going to possibly take a trade on the half past. There's that 481 line. Let me clone that. 481, and I had 457 as a lower line for price to go down to. So I'm going to change that to blue. And then I had another line, clone that, 480, 457, about 480, oh no, I'm not, 487, 489, it was that upper line, 489, which you can see corresponds with that. And there is our quarter theory line here, there, which I will change to orange. So we know, you can see that's, so this is good, it's coming up, 27 minutes past, heavily overbought. We don't have currency strength in our favour. Check back on Finviz. Japanese yen still stronger than US dollar. That's okay, that's good. Lock these on so they don't change when the signal changes. They should stay on then, which is lovely. And you can do your markups for the day. When you got time to trade, they'll be there, and you think, oh yeah, I remember what I was doing. That's the way to do it. Go off to work or have your lunch or go down the beach, whatever you're doing. So while I don't like that moving average there, I know price wants to bust through here, but it could take a while, but it's coming up for the half hour. I won't probably take this unless it gets up to the 480. It's dropped, can you see it's just dropped a little bit there. We're at 28 minutes past, so I want to wait for 31. And let's see what we can get on this. If I come over here, oops, M0, like that's set on M3. That's saying 474. There's the 480. And 454 is right down the bottom here off the chart. So I want 480 for an entry. I'd like it up here if I can get it. Just after the 30 minutes or okay. It's at 475. Let's see, out 20 seconds to go. There you are. Here it is coming up, 487, just wicking off it. And on the 1 minute, very fast little moves. There's the 468. So we've got to be very careful. We do want enough playing in a small range, 479. So this is where you might switch it down to a 2 minute trade. I'm not going to, but it's at 475, 476 there. HourGlass has said a put at 470, a put at 470. I've got in that trade. I'm on the half hour candle. Got 2 minutes 27. There's my countdown. Oh, look at that sniper entry. And that's why patience pays. That's why patience pays, because why do we want to be in trades where they just right along the line? If we can work things out, be calm and collected, and you could have had, you know, whatever your count size is. I mean, we're deep in profit. Sit back and have a cup of tea. Let's have a look on HourGlass. So we didn't get it quite up, did we, at our 481? We got 470. We know it's going down, so you could go over to WebSlinger, because this would be, the cloud will be turning now because of that quarter theory, and I know price is coming down. There's that 470 line. Just follow your lines back and forth. It matches up beautifully there. Let's have a look on, and there it is on our half-hour line that we drew here. Let's remove that now. This is on the 1 minute. Don't look at the price on TradingView. What matters is your broker price and your hourglass price and whether there's a difference. So current price is 465, and on here it is current price, strike price. Where's current price? Sorry, I'm still working this out here. 469. And we said we thought it would go down to 457. Beautiful, beautiful trade. You can see up here, 30 seconds left to run. It gives us a profit in green there. So our original money plus our payout at 70%. And then it's in green up here. No, you don't want to be doing that the last minute, 19 seconds. Oh. No. What did you go and do that for? Oh, this is trading for you. So we were deep in profit. Just keep calm. Keep calm. Sheesh. We won that, but I didn't like that at the end. That was scary. So where are we on hourglass? Let's have a look at it on here. So it's popped up to 477 on here. Just pop back up. And the dollar is 34 to 21. It's on the half hour. So what this is saying to me is it's probably now going to go up for the hourly, and it'll drop after the, for my time, the 3 a.m. So that was a bit scary. It's just riding long up here off this midline. So we were lucky with that one. So we got the push down, and then it's flashed straight back up right at the end. So sometimes, you know, the markets can be a bit like this, like that Australian dollar, US dollar is very, very wicky. And it's off that line now at the 482. We said 481. So it did come back up to that at 35. So there will be a sell here. I'm not going to get back in it because sometimes, like an oil tanker, that's why I like to trade fewer pairs. I only trade 5 pairs, and actually realistically I only really trade USD, JPY, Euro USD and Euro JPY. Well, yeah, I do like AUD-USD and GBP JPY, but my favorite is USD JPY. So I know, like an oil tanker, when it's not an exact science. So it pushed up at that 30 minute, and then at 35 it could do the bigger drop down, and sometimes it can do it on the 40 minute, and that can happen on any pair, not exactly on the half hour. So where are we on hourglass? It's given us a call. So it's struggling along this level, as we said. I think now it'll probably struggle through, to the hour and then down. It's definitely down. This definitely downward momentum. So if I was sitting here to trade on my own past the hour, I certainly wouldn't take trades at 45 minutes, as you know. I'd wait to the hour and then see what the currency strength is doing, and then take the put, because I know with this quarter theory, we looked at the hourly. So over the long time frame, it's hitting that level. It doesn't like it. It can't get past it, and it wants to go down because it made that big move up, if you remember. So it's done that big move up. It's swept out all that money that sits up there, and then it's moved along, and now it wants to come down off this very important number here. So let's see what else we can look at in terms of one more trade before the 45. 70%, we don't want to be trading. It's really only USD JPY. Put that back on open, no place trades. So I'm 2-1 at the moment, 1 break even and 1 win. I could put that up to $10 now, which would be sort of my standard default on these sessions because people can relate to it. Most of us have several broker accounts because we're looking at the different payouts. Sometimes you can or can't log in on them, etc., etc. And you've seen the difference in the payouts. So that's now at 469. It's down that lower level, if you remember, that we discussed. Come down here. I'm on the 1 minute. So you can see it's used this level very significantly as support and all the way back there. So it's going to take a while for it to bust through this, which will probably happen on the, there's that line there, on the hourly. That's that line there. I'll put that in blue. So there's no need to rush this. It's a bit like orientation, sailing or driving. You know, you want to get the lay of the land. Look at that used as a level of support, and look at that 200 moving average. So that's why we just won that trade, because it's pinched in this little area, and it's going to wait for the hour and then do a drop. So that's what's happening on that. So, you know, it's not really one that I want to trade as my last trade before the 45. So what I'm going to do, because that's the only one that I want to trade on pocket option, is I'm going to come back to my Iqcent and just check the payouts. So we've got 70% HourGlass, still 64 on EJ, GJ 66, UJ 60, so UJ 60, Euro USD 60. So the only one I want to look at is HourGlass on here. That's all I'm going to look at. I'm going to see if we can find a trade on here. I can put that on 10. And it's down at 404, and on TradingView, don't look at the price, you don't bother with the price on TradingView. That was the half hour we were looking at. It carried on up, it's now on its way down. Put that over at the, well, we don't really need it, do we? But we'll put it on the 45 because we don't want to go past that. So we've got our moving, let's put it back on our default 5 minutes. Okay, so we can tell that we've got the moving average is pointing down. It's come off this level. We've got a new candle coming out in 1 minute. It's just off that lower line at 406. 406 is here. And then our upper level is at 428. 428 to 406. Check on FinViz. Australian dollar is a lot stronger, so we want to be buying at the moment according to that. And HourGlass, we want to just quickly look. The Dixie says a put. That's good because that's in line with buying the Australian dollar. So it's a call at 401. We've got the currency strength in our favor. It's already moved. It's already moved. Nothing I can do about that. Trying to talk and trade. So I don't know if anyone took that, but that move was there. It's a beautiful move at the, there it is on there. 401, another sniper entry, 401. Wouldn't have quite got that because that would have meant getting in early. You can preempt it as you get more experience, but it can be a bit riskier. So we would have got our best entry at 410. If it's going to come back down, I'll take it. 41 minutes past. Let me just put it on the 1 minute. So I'd like it to come back down at least to 409, 410. 409, 410. 401 again. Right off that line, isn't it? We should really technically wait for the next 5 minute candle. That wicked severely down there. Oh, it's playing with us, isn't it? it came back down to that 409. You see, this is where I kind of think, shall I be clever? I'm not getting in here, by the way, at 412, no way. If it does come back down, do I try and be clever and say to you, I trust my judgment? I can see, can you see all that level there that it's held? That I'll put my money where my mouth is and going for a call, but the movement is quite fast, and you know, it makes you a bit kind of like jumpy yourself. And you see that wick back down, so it's not really holding on very long. So at that point I might change to a 2-minute trade, but I don't really want to do that. I certainly don't want to go to bed losing money. Got sells there. It is holding that line though, 399, but technically I would like to wait for the next open of the 5-minute next candle. You see it's turned red now, and that means trading at 45 minutes to the hour, past the hour, and I don't want to do that. It's just off that line beautifully there. It's given a put there. I mean, it is tempting, but I really feel I need to be disciplined, because I don't know, I know Paulina's on this. I don't know if you remember the other week, and I did 3 trades. I think it was Euro JPY, I can't remember which one, and I had a very bad session, and that put my win rate for the week down. That one bad session, it really affects, you want to be aiming at 70% win rate for the week minimum, and it put me under that, and I learnt my lesson. I thought, wow, you know, so I don't want to do that here, and then it carries on dropping, you know, because I don't want to mess my week's trading up, because this is a longer term gain. It's not just about this one trade and, oh, well, I lost one. So of course the thing's going to win, isn't it? You know, well, wish that I would have taken it, but you know, it's better to be out of trade you wish you were in than the other way around. So of course it's going to tease me, isn't it? Come right back down. 406, in fact, it dropped to. We were looking for that 409. That was at 43. Anyway, I'm not going to take it. It's a bit narrow band, and a bit jumpy. So the game is where the hourly is really tonight at the moment. I think this is where we want to. I'm not going to stay up for that either. I've got a really busy day tomorrow, so it'll probably work its way up to here. So I'm going to probably see how it's wicked off that level. It's at 405, so it really is struggling around this level, so it's much safer to have stayed down to, and that's the only one with a decent payout. So that is going to be all from me for tonight. The other payouts are not good. USD JPY was good on the other broker, but we are coming up to the quarter to the hour. So just check back in on this one, which is UJ. Oh, where is it? That's in ranging 457 to 456. Looks like the Grand Canyon, but this is a little area chart, just gone up to 458. This is an area chart, this one here, area. We don't have it on these, we have it on area. 458. See, it's just popping along the middle. 42, 44. So we are at our 45. So danger zone for us. We don't like it at. And there it is. There's that 457. That bottom line. Just holding along there. Not. Oh, it's dropping now. So UJ is, yeah, US dollars quite a bit weaker. So that's all from me for tonight. Thank you very much for joining. I really do appreciate your company. I'm going to stop recording, and always please feel free to ask questions or put them in the chat, and I'll check in the chat throughout the session. So I hope that was helpful. And remember, these are now streaming into our prospect group, into the Quantum Leap Live. If you've got people, I'll do webinars with you. I'll go through the presentation so we can fix up a time zone, a time to suit you in your time zone. So get them watching these. I was very pleased with that session, if I say so myself. Thought it was, giving you some good analysis. It played out. We know what we're doing. That's what counts. So we don't need to rush. We can serve our money, proper risk management. Aim for the week, aim for your weekly trading results, and you'll be absolutely fine. Don't rush into trades. So bye for now, and thank you for your time. I do appreciate it. That's our most valuable resource of all, time.